Hello and welcome to another episode of MormonCast. My name is Matt Worley, and I'm your host.
And I'm Brandon Chatham.
The co-host for the movie review episodes. Hey, we're back in action. We're doing another review for the American Mormon guys. This is American Mormon in Europe. All right, so they took their spin, their idea, and went to Europe with it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I dug it. There were a couple parts that seemed a little long, but overall, like the message and everything of it, I really dug. I thought it was pretty good. The one thing I do gotta say is Darren shouldn't be allowed to hold the camera. Sorry, dude. You're a little tall and a little off frame and a little shaky, but the message did get across, regardless of the camera work. Yeah, I dug it. It was cool. Like, they hit on a couple really good things, like talking about members on both sides of the Berlin Wall, and yeah.
Kind of had a different side to it because they allowed Jed to get out in front of the camera, and he interviewed members from Europe. And that was kind of a different side that we didn't see in the first American Mormon, where they went and visited everyone. But that was nice. Other than the camera work done by, what's his name? Darren. I didn't really notice it, Darren, until he said something. But then once he said something, I was like, yeah, you're right. But it's all right, Darren. But
I'm a video geek.
He is a video game. But I thought it was kind of cool to get that perspective. We do kind of see that, I guess, if you watch conference, like in between conference sessions, they have the church around the globe, and kind of reminded me of that. But yeah, it was still pretty good. Personally, I didn't like it as much as the first, but maybe because I saw them so close together that probably made it seem long, almost too long, of kind of the same kind of stuff. But I'm sure if I were to see it at different times, it would be all right. And it was interesting to see the European point of view. I thought that was pretty cool. It was probably, I was going to say that after about 30 minutes or so. This one's about the same length, is it not?
It seemed to be about 45 minutes.
Yeah, at about 30 minutes, I was like, okay, I got the idea. And there was this one segment where they focused on the Berlin Wall for a really long time, and Jed was cutting back and forth between all these different members, and it was interesting, but I could have waited to conference the whole segments in between different conferences where, to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that segment, the Berlin Wall segment, it was really good, but it did run. It seemed to slow the show down. You hit that point, it was just kind of like, but the message was good. Like, you guys could do, they could do a whole show just about the church in Germany, between the Berlin Wall. Like, I think that whole idea there, that could be its own thing.
Totally.
Could be its own movie.
Yeah.
I did think the church you guys found in London, like the first church that was there, that was really cool. Like, I had never heard of that before and had no idea, and the fact that you guys had to use a code and stuff to get in.
That was great.
That was really neat. Like,
Felt it.
If anyone has seen American Mormon, you should see American Mormon Europe. There's a lot of neat things in this one that, you get a different take on things from this one compared to the other one.
There was a funny part where they were asking people if there were any Mormons in their country, and they popped up with how many members of the church there were in that country. I thought that was hilarious. That was a nice move, pretty creative on your part. Once again, I think Darren. Sorry, Darren. I mess up every single time on your name. I thought Darren also did another great job as portraying a member of the church. And even though he didn't get up in people's faces about it, he, just asked them, their opinions about everything. And then after the fact, I'm sure he explained to them that, yeah, I am a member of the church. And the subtle little comments I thought was great about, there's this one segment where he's talking to this individual about what LDS people can wear, what kind of clothes they wear. And he was wearing jeans and a jacket and his blue shirt underneath, and it was hilarious because the people just don't catch on. And so, but I thought he did another great job. I think he's a good representative of the church, and he does a good job at portraying us. And I think it would be very interesting to see him just take this completely worldwide, and maybe do it every 10 years or something like that, just to see the difference.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like, American Mormon, Australia, American Mormon, Canary Islands, kind of like Survivor. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I'd like to see more of this, and I'd like to see this type of thing affect people too more, like a video like this. Make members get out more and go talk to people and share the gospel.
Once again, people did confuse us for the Amish folk and the Quakers. Apparently, the guy that's on the Quaker oatmeal container, they thought that guy was Mormon. So I thought that was pretty funny. It's interesting how many people think that we're Quakers and we're Amish folk, and and how much of an example, how important it is to set an example for friends and family, just because that's what a lot of people were talking about. They're like, oh yeah, I knew a Mormon back in school, or I knew a Mormon in college, or I knew one here or there, whatever. And they just sat there and just went off about how great that person was. So good job, people that did that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there are good examples out there, and everyone should be one. But yeah, like as for that, I dug it. I liked it. American Mormon from me gets 2 thumbs up.
I'd say 1 thumb up and a half, just because it's the truth. I thought it was good. It's something that I could maybe see again, maybe a year from now or something like that, or in seminary or whatever. It was good, but 1 thumb and a half. So yeah, good job, guys.
So yeah, go check it out in stores, I believe, in September this month.
Sweet.
Supposedly. Hopefully everything will work out. You guys will get this out.
It's definitely worth $20, whatever they sell it for. I think it's definitely worth to have it in your collection.
Yeah.
Of movies.
Unlike Home Teachers. If you have the choice between Home Teachers and American Mormon, American Mormon.
Or Down and Derby.
Oh, come on. Just another thing, we got a screener copy of God's Army 2, States of Grace.
Which I'm surprised that they would send us movies.
I wasn't impressed with God's Army, the first one. I'm just amazed that they were able to make a second one. So we're going to do a review on that coming up really soon. I'm going to get a bunch of people together. We're going to watch it, and then Brandon and I will get together and we'll do another review. But yeah, surprisingly enough, places are sending us screeners now.
Even after seeing all of our reviews.
Yeah, seriously, after the reviews we've done, we're surprised. Yeah, MormonCast is growing. It's going to be a lot bigger than.
And the donations are coming in.
Donations are coming in. We've received 2 really generous donations, and hoping for more, so we can continue making the show, making it better. And yeah. No one's actually getting the money. What I'm doing with the donations is I'm going to be turning it around to give back to our viewers. When I get my contests, I'm going to get a couple contests going, and the prizes and things for the contests are going to be bought with money.
He does have some good ideas about some contests coming up.
So as soon as we get these 2 things done and whatnot, we're going to roll out some new things. But yeah.
Keep on watching.
Keep watching. Visit the website, mormoncast.org. Shoot me an email at worley.matt@gmail.com. Make a donation. Vote for us at Podcast Alley. And, keep your eye out for anything else cool that you guys think we should do on the show. So, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Hey, it's a great pleasure.
Love being here. See ya.
Peace.